We will now have a certificate presentation by the Guru, followed by dancers' speeches from the stars of the show, Aasha and Akshay.
Namaskaram to all. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you all so much for being here today. It's amazing to see the love and affection you shower to us as a family, as children who grew up here. I'm really very, very happy and actually overwhelmed to see all of you show up here and give Akshay, Aasha, and all of us your blessings and wishes. Thank you all so much. I share so many memories with each and every person in this auditorium. If I see any of you, I can go over all the memories and that I have shared with you. And once again, thank you all so much. I'd like to thank my father, Nana. I'm very fortunate and that you're here. Sri D.R.V. Prasad Garu is here today. Thank you for being here, Nana. And my family in Los Angeles, my sister, my brother-in-law, Jonathan, Mary, everyone who's here, Sirish, my cousins who came all the way from India, Srinivas, Prithvi, Ravali, Swarna, Vidya, all of you who are here. Once again, every one of you, I share so many memories. And I can't thank everyone in the auditorium enough. I did not want to wing this speech. I did want to make a proper speech and read it out, but I couldn't do that. So, sorry, Venu, Akshay and Aasha. I'm just going to say what I feel like, and it will come from the heart. So, Master Garu, as Balaka said, it is his death anniversary today, and I'm so fortunate and blessed to have learned under his guidance and being a direct disciple of Master Garu, Dr. Vempati. Master Garu, as we all know, we were not just dancers, we were like instruments in his hands. And Balaka was the tool he used to chisel and make each of us, mold each of us. So I'm so blessed that Balaka and Roxanne are here in the audience today. Thank you so much, Akka, for being here. Balaka and I have always shared many more memories, not just as a teacher and a student, but we were a family, so thanks again. And Voleti Rangamani Garu, I'm very privileged that she took me under her wing and taught me the C.R. Acharyalu Bani also, and made Mayurakautvam, Simhanandini, and Mahalakshmi Udbhavam known to the audience here in the US. Thank you so much, Rangamani Garu. I'm really blessed again. V.V. Sundaram Garu and Sir and Anand Kuchibotla. When I think of Indian classical arts, these two people somehow just make me feel so good that there are people who care about classical arts to that level and make awesome performances here in the US. They strive to make our Indian classical arts and the therapy behind all the Indian classical arts come out into the people here in the US. And I'm really, really blessed and privileged that Anand Kuchibotla Garu and V.V. Sundaram Garu, they're like the stalwarts. If you go to Cleveland Aradhanas, you can't go anywhere near Sundaram Mama. He's so, and similarly, any Silicon Andhra event, Anand Garu, even to speak with him for like 20 seconds, we're all like, he must be so busy, we shouldn't bother him. So both of you, me and Akshay and Aasha, we're so blessed that you both are here. Thank you so much. And coming to Akshay and Aasha, they have been born and brought up here in New Jersey, and all the local organizations and the national organizations, they've been performing. Every one of you here knows them, growing up here and doing like very minimal, learning their music, learning their dance. I'm sure all the support and help you've given them, they have come to at least this level where they're able to showcase a 3-hour performance. And they're really blessed that all the organizations here, NATA, TANA, ATA, NATS, TFAS, TLC, ATAC, DV, all our organizations here, the help and support they give each of us, not just my children, but everyone in the community. We're all very lucky and fortunate that all of you are here. And thank you so much once again. I'm really overwhelmed that every one of you is here today to help and to actually support and bless Akshay and Aasha. I will not take any more of the time, and the last group I would like to thank is my Nritya Madhavi family, extended family. I think everyone falls in that category. Alumni, Nritya Madhavi alumni and Nritya Madhavi core team members. I think actually there was more of hype in all their places with the banners and the stand-ins and everything, and they all made this possible. I don't think I could have done anything without their help and support. Thank you so much to each and everyone in the Nritya Madhavi core team and alumni. And orchestra, Sudharani Garu, Ganesh Garu, Patanjali Garu, Vijay Raghavan Garu, and Anant. They've been so helpful and made us, like they've been here from India and have been performing, and they made all the practices so easy, and an amazing orchestra. Like Balaka said, every bit that I know, they knew it even before me. So they were amazing, and thank you so much for all the cooperation and everything. Thiruvarur Vaidyanathan sir is Akshay's guru in Mridangam. Akshay wanted to do his Mridangam Arangetram, but he was debating if he should do dance first or Mridangam first, and I was like, you should first do dance. So, but Thiruvarur Vaidyanathan sir has been an amazing support to our entire family, and he has trained Akshay so well in Mridangam. And I was surprised and happy at the same time. I did want him to do his dance, Rangapravesham. But he wanting to do Mridangam Arangetram itself speaks of how good Thiruvarur sir trained him. And all the other teachers that are here for Akshay and Aasha, like I said, since they grew up here, Bhavani Prakash, Anastasia, Cynthia, Sahana Samraj in Chennai, everyone, I thank them all. My kids have been growing up with Indian classical arts thanks to every one of their teachers and the values they've instilled in them. Now, coming to Akshay and Aasha, they've been very good kids. I again, as a mother and a guru, we're not supposed to praise them, but thank you both for doing a good job. I'm proud of you. Akshay's certificate reads, on this day, July 29th, 2017, Nritya Madhavi School of Dance and Srimati Divya Yeluri award Nritya Raman to Akshay Yeluri on the occasion of his Kuchipudi Rangapravesham in recognition of his commendable Kuchipudi performance and devotion to the Kuchipudi dance style. On this day, July 29, 2017, Nritya Madhavi School of Dance and Srimati Divya Yeluri award Nritya Priya to Aasha Yeluri on the occasion of her Kuchipudi Rangapravesham in recognition of her commendable Kuchipudi performance and devotion to the Kuchipudi dance style. Akshay will be speaking a few words now. Thank you.
All right. Endaro Mahanubhavalandariki Vandanamu. All right. Anyway, thank you all. Seriously, thank you all so much for coming. I know we've been saying that a lot, but from the bottom of our hearts, Aasha and I both mean it. Now, as you all are aware, this is not just a celebration of Kuchipudi and dance, but our culture and our traditions in their entirety. And this extends to a lot of different areas. And one of the most important ones it extends to is family. As I'm sure all of you know, all of us here are very close to not just our immediate, fathers, mothers, and our siblings, but our extended families and our relatives from around the world. And I think that's one of the best parts about our culture as a whole. But while we're on the subject of family, there's a very important person here who there's a very important person I would like to take a second to talk about. Now, this person is actually our cousin, but we always have thought of her as an older sister, Shri Kriti Raju. Now, it's a little hard for me to talk about this, but anyway, she couldn't be here with us today, but we know she's with us, watching from above, as we continue this event. The point I'm trying to make here is, in India, we always call our cousins Anna and Akka sometimes. And this typically means brother and sister. But it's not, for Aasha and me, it became more than just a title we'd give to Dimpu Akka, as we call her. She actually just stopped being our cousin and became our Akka at some point. For me especially. And every time we would visit India, the person I'd be most excited to see would be Dimpu Akka. A lot has changed since then. Me and Aasha have both grown up, but those memories still remain. And one of the things that Dimpu Akka first gave to me was a love of reading. So even today, when I take a book down from my bookshelf, and I see her initials on the first page, and I think about all the times she must have held the same book that I borrowed from her, all the times she must have turned the same pages, it's almost like she's there with me. And that's how this event feels. Even though she might not be here physically, Dimpu Akka is definitely still with us. I'd also like to take a second to thank Dolly Peddama and Raju Uncle, our aunt and uncle, as well as Jonathan and Lani, our cousins, for being here with us today. We know it was a really long trip and a lot's going on, but we're really glad all of you guys could be here. Okay, going back to the idea of long trips, People tend to think of Rangapraveshams as destinations, or engagements as destinations. You know, you've reached a certain point in your career as an artist or a dancer. But I want to talk about how, for me and Aasha, this still feels like a checkpoint on a journey. Like, we know we are not the greatest artists this world has ever seen, but this event is significant to us as a milestone of how far we've come and how far we still have to go. We want to thank all of you for being with us on this milestone, and we want to assure you that the journey doesn't end here. Both Aasha and I will continue. The next thing I want to talk about is gurus. And if you look in most dictionaries and most places, the definition is very simply a teacher. But we all know that gurus are so much more than that. There's a real spiritual connotation to it. And now, for those of you who know me well, you know that I'm a very practical and scientific person. Like, that's how I describe myself. So when my mom would tell me things, I would often be a little bit confused by them. And this is where the idea of the guru comes in. I would always be like, Amma, tell me if my Aramundi is bad, or tell me if that mudra isn't strong enough. But her corrections would be sometimes as simple as, Akshay, it's clear that you're not seeing Lord Nataraja before you. Or, Akshay, you can't feel Rama within you. And for the longest time, I had no clue what she meant. To this day, there are still times when I'm still like, isn't dance just about the technique? But really, there's so much more to that, to any Indian classical art form. The Indian classical arts are inextricably linked to divinity and this idea of God and religion as a whole. And that's what makes them all unique. Not just Kuchipudi, but Indian arts in general. And that's why they're so valuable for all of us, because it's not just a journey into perfecting technique or improving your sense of rhythm, Shruti and Laya. It's about that connection to divinity. And that's why it's always interesting to think about my mom's name itself. Divya means divinity, and every time we have a lesson, it might not be immediately apparent, but that's exactly what she's trying to give to us. And that's why, for me, Amma is so much more than just a teacher. She is a guru. But while we're on the subject, I'd also like to take a second to acknowledge all the other gurus who helped us along the way. The first, for me at least, is Vaidhi sir. Vaidhi sir, thank you so much for everything. So, because of how focused we've been on dance, it's been actually a while since I've been that serious about Mridangam. But again, going back to the concept of a journey, I still intend to continue, and that's the next engagement all of you guys are invited to. But anyway, in addition to Vaidhi sir, Sundaram Mama, the first time I went to Cleveland, it was actually an eye-opening experience. I was amazed at I think my mom also touched on this, I was amazed at how much people seem to care about what I was talking about before, about how it's not just an art form, it's that connection to the divinity. And you can actually feel it in that 1 week of a festival here in America, so far away from India. And I thought that was amazing. All right, I'm gonna try and speed this up because I can already tell my dad is getting antsy somewhere backstage. But just to quickly thank all the other gurus who came here today. Balapeddamma, everyone else calls her Balaka, but she's always been Balapeddamma. Thank you so much also for being here today. And we're blessed to have not just our mom, but someone who's taught our mom as well, watching us right now. In addition to that, thank you so much to every guru. Honestly, me and Aasha have gone through a lot of different music classes over the years, so I don't even want to try listing all the gurus we've had, but thank you all so much for being here. Continuing with the thank yous, thank you so much to the Nritya Madhuri core team and everyone who's helping out backstage. You guys might not realize it because they're doing such a good job, but there's so much going on behind the scenes, and we're so grateful to have all of them helping. Special thanks to Sailajaka and Natashaka, who have been helping us with the hair and makeup, and Sailajaka is so on top of this that she wouldn't even let me put on my bindi before. But yeah, and then finally, thank you to Vicky and RMC, and one of our favorite cousins for doing an amazing job running this entire performance. I won't take any longer. Thank you all once again so much for coming, and here's my little sister, Aasha.
Hi. So I'm not gonna do as good as Akshay because that's just not who I am. But I would just like to thank all of you for coming. and I hope you enjoyed it so far. So out of everyone here, I mostly want to thank my mom. She was there the entire. She was there the entire time, and she never gave up on me or Akshay, even though we both were very hard at times. And on top of that, I would also like to thank my dad, who even when I was really sad, always made me laugh somehow. And I'd also like to thank my tata, Dolly Padama, and Raja uncle for being there every step of the way and for supporting me throughout everything. And like what Akshay said, today one more person was supposed to be in the audience. Our cousin, lovingly known as Dimplaka to both of us, but I know she's watching from above. I don't want to take too much more time, but I'd like to thank everyone else for coming.
I thought my daughter was a little bit more stronger than that, but I always teach her. I said, come on, emotions weaken you. You can't be like that. Okay. Anyway, so we are starting to kind of get to probably the last 20% of the program. So before we go further, there are a few people I wanted to just thank them, and then we'll have the kids perform a couple of more items, and then I would like to invite Anand Garu to onto the stage after that. Okay, so just like the welcome speech, I was writing the word of thanks, and I said to myself, you know what? An event like this will not complete without the planning, coordination, and execution of a lot of people, volunteers for the most part. I mean, we are not Carnegie Hall where we can pay everyone, so it's just all volunteer. So I really appreciate all the volunteers who helped make this program possible. So a lot of family and associates. One couple of quotes I have that I really touched is, silent gratitude isn't much use to anyone. So the only way I can express my gratitude to all of you who are here, who helped, is to say a heartfelt thank you. So seriously, I mean, we've been working on this event for some time. I was a nervous wreck yesterday. I was a nervous wreck this morning. But I feel like everyone helped and make this program possible. So I really, really thank you all. Okay, let's get this going. I want to start thanking the Almighty. His air cover was always there on us through the whole thing. And a lot of people know that I'm not a big sentimental kind of guy, but I do believe in God, so I think so He's been watching us, and I hope He continues to watch us all the time. Well, next to the teachers, normally I give word of thanks in a program where the teacher is not, you guys know where I'm going with this. So thank you, Divya, for being their teacher. And I also want to thank Natasha and Sailaja. The kids look so pretty on the stage. I think it's because of Natasha and Sailaja. And Sailaja has been there throughout the thing, and she's really, my kids love her, and I think Sailaja, awesome job. Well, Akshay and Aasha were in their zone today, so they actually really performed well. Well, I think I kind of heard from people that, oh, Aasha did better than Akshay, or Akshay did better than Aasha, and I'm saying, you know what, it's done. So, next, the orchestra. I think everyone thanked them, and honestly, guys, that was just brilliant. Okay, I do have to explicitly call this out. every portion of the stage was well lit. I usually have a tendency to stand at the back of the auditorium and watch. And when they were doing the Tulsidas Ramayana and I was watching the lighting, it was just perfect. So the lighting crew, Hari, Saroja and Sailaja, I guess you guys have a second profession going. You guys are just awesome. Okay, and the designs at the entrance, in the cafeteria, in the walkway, on the stage, two design teams worked very, very closely to make this happen. Okay. One is the Nityamadhavi design team, and I want to call out the names of these people because they were just pure designers. Sirisha, Bhargavi, Nagalakshmi, Dharani, Lakshmi Yadula, Lakshmi Kaunala, and the Bhuvana Iyer's team is the other design team, but the core team from Nitya Madhavi, the 6 ladies, they just have art in them and I think they were awesome designers. Okay, the awesome brochure you saw in the front, that's all done by Sai Goteti and Suprita Goteti. And unfortunately, they are in India, but they supported us remotely. Okay, the other difficult thing for us was we had a lot of family coming, we had a lot of guests, we had a lot of orchestra, we housed them in multiple hotels, and the challenge was, what do we feed them? I can't say guys go to Taco Bell. They don't like Taco Bell. So we had Damu Garu and Nagamani Garu. I mean, they are just there for us all the time, and they provided all the breakfasts and lunches. And then for the last 3 days, Sureka and Venkat Yarabali, I don't know, God bless these two guys. They are just were there for us to provide food for the last 3 days. Dr. Vijay Nima and Vijay, they were the other couple that helped us out. Thank you so much, guys. Well, I know you guys are all waiting. We are all hungry. There's a nice dinner there waiting, and that's all coordinated by Srini Gandhi Garu and Damu Gaidala Garu through Mirchi Restaurant on Oak Tree. And then we had so many people flying in from various parts of the world into Newark Airport, and I had a small car, and I'm not a great driver, so I asked my friend Venkat, who's Saroja's husband, to help me with transportation, and he just was just there every time. He didn't care how many trips he had to make, so everyone was picked up, and I'm hoping that we'll drop them back in the next Okay, now from the school standpoint, okay, we conducted a lot of events in the school. Okay, usually they are very strict about certain things. I think this time too, Denise was very strict, but she also understood what we are trying to do, so she gave me a lot of flexibility. Denise and her team, John and Mike, guys, fantastic. I can't say enough. So I don't know if Denise is still there, but if you guys are going to carry this message, just say that it was just fantastic. Finally, to the audience, guys, like Divya said, we can't name each one of you, but it's been our privilege to have all of you, and I still see the auditorium completely crowded. Just thank you all for staying and sticking with us, and we really appreciate it. Okay? Finally, I want to just take a few seconds to talk about something that Akshay touched very briefly. He kind of vaguely touched it, and that was the direction I gave him, but I want to talk a little bit about this person. This is Divya's niece, Srikriti Chappa, and she was Srikriti Raju, I'm sorry, and she's this beautiful 23-year-old girl that I know for a long time, and when we got married, she was just like 7 months old. So, we as a country, some of us support gun culture, and it is that gun culture that took a 23-year-old life abruptly. And that 23-year-old girl is none other than Divya's niece, and this happened to us a couple of weeks back. In the midst of all of this, we had to go to California, random trips, fly there, come back, and Divya and I had to share the trips. And it is such a precious life that ended abruptly. And it hurts because I know this girl so well. A beautiful life that was just taken away from us. Like Akshay said, I'm sure she's watching us from the top, and probably saying to herself, "Oh, I wish I could be there to watch these kids perform." We really miss you, Dimple. I'm sure you're with God and you're hanging there. Okay, well, I'm a person of action, so I don't get caught up in emotions. So what I'm planning to do is, I'm going to start a scholarship in the name of Dimpu, and it will be in the University of California where she studied. She, like Akshay said, she used to read a lot. So it will be an arts and literature scholarship that we'll start in the name of Dimpu for University of California. And all I request you guys is, if you don't mind, can you please stand up for 30 seconds for a moment of silence for Dimpu? Thank you. You guys can stand. Okay, switching gears. There are a couple of more items left which I want the MC to present. But while the kids are getting ready, I would like to invite Anand Pichubattagaru to come onto the stage. And he said he had a few interesting things to share with us. Oh, you want to do that? Okay, that's fine. All right, so with that, again, I'm sorry if I missed anyone. Thank you guys again. It's unintentional. We have a lot going on, and so please excuse us. We did our best to put this event together, and I really thank all of you guys.